So I'm Jasper, also having an agency community in the US, but way more on the creator side. We're one of the biggest creator communities in the US.
When I speak to a lot of brand owners, their main question is, how do I become the #1 in the next 30 days? And I'm like, how much money do you have? And they're like, a lot.
Okay, so we're currently in the train to London to host the SCFest there, which is going to be a cool experience. This is the first SCFest in London that we have ever done. We expect around 1,000 people and 30 to 40 brands. It's just a different market, right? So that's something we noticed from the kind of beginning of starting in the UK is UK market is like way less willing to really push money towards things like events. On the brand side, on the creator side, it's more exciting, but it's a good learning for us to kind of see how that goes. On the event, we're going to meet with the TMBB guys, so Tom and Charlie, who are running the biggest creator community currently in UK, which is going to be pretty exciting. We met them last in Miami like 2 months ago, and I kind of know them a little bit from online, but they're two amazing guys as well that are running that community there for now. I think like over 2 years. They have like a huge amount of people in there too. So yeah, we're kind of gonna first time for me as well to go to London, and we're gonna kind of see how this market is moving and yeah, how much that's matured, because this is the first market that ever started a TikTok shop in the Western world. So yeah, that's going to be exciting. Then after that, we're going to have a big month in Netherlands, since our Netherlands market is launching and the rest of the market of Europe is also launching. So we're going to be one of the first ones in Netherlands to launch. We're working very closely with TikTok to host their webinars, to get the first creators to kind of test TikTok shop, since of course yeah, our team is partly based in Netherlands, so this is a easier market for us to launch. But yeah, a lot of exciting things going on actually, so seeing how everything will proceed forward. I noticed in the last, I would say 1 or 2 months, is the importance of really working with like quality partners. Not per se team, of course team is very important. What we have been moving more into is to kind of do these partnerships on project level and then different areas. Of course, so we have the US, we have different projects going on. In Europe, we have a few to really kind of structure those partnerships in a good way, which is mutual beneficial. Because we, of course, have a big name. We have a lot of knowledge from kind of doing this for the last like 3 years. And then there's other people, for example, now in the Dutch market that know the market, that know people, but don't have the TikTok shop background. So that is something we're really moving into more right now. We're also doing a very big partnership in the US, which is still kind of under construction, but it looks like it's going to be huge. So it'll be another cool thing to kind of look into and see how this will proceed, and I will keep you guys up to date for sure. But for now, it's 4 days London. Tonight we kind of get together with some founders, TikTok, and the guys from TMBB. Tomorrow we have the event the whole day, so that's from the morning till the evening. I'm gonna host 2 panels, I think, as well. Saturday we have another meeting at the TikTok office. We are gonna meet with the biggest creator community, like the Tom and Charlie from the UK, but also from Germany. And then Sunday we're gonna explore a little bit London, because it's my first time. And I brought I think we're here with like 6 people, 2 or 3 people from the Dutch market, Stan, my co-founder, and then we have our partners of Atlantis fully here that are kind of operating the whole event. And then everybody in the UK that we know. It's exciting. I've taken you guys with me, show as much as I can, and then see you guys there. So guys, very exciting. Today we're here at Protein Studios, where we're going to host the SCFest of London. The event is tomorrow. Today we're doing the whole setup, so we're just going to walk you through the whole setup and what we're doing here. So as you can see, here's the entrance. Tomorrow here everybody will kind of come in and check in. Then here you see kind of a few of the brands, so we'll walk past in a bit. Here are 2 of the bigger brands. Of course, everybody knows Crocs is one of them. Then here we have a smaller room with a few exciting brands as well. This time we don't have the booths that we had in US the last time that we did the festival. But now we just have these screens, which are actually pretty cool, in my opinion. Here in the back there will be a nice little bar of Nature Spell. So Nature Spell is one of the big sponsors of this event, one of the big partners. You see their booth in a bit there, but they have a very amazing kind of products and stuff they will give out here to all the creators. And tomorrow we have, I think it's around 40 brands and like 1,000 creators. So that's going to be very exciting. So then people can come in here, then they can walk past here to the right. So yeah, this is going to be the first SCFest of London. So yeah, we'll see how exciting it is. All the creators are very excited for it. So it's pretty cool to see that. So here you see Outlandish. Outlandish, of course, hosting the biggest part of the event. We've helped them with kind of setting up the creator side of it, but they are hosting the main thing. So here you see a few of the bigger brands. Some of these brands are also actually in the US, so you can see a few of them. You guys will realize Kind Patches is one of them. Dr. Malexin, of course, everybody knows them. Team BB is the main partner of the event, so they're the creator community. Tom and Charlie has been doing an amazing job for the whole event, so that's very cool. Then this, I think it's Color Me or Color Gram, one of them is also very big, so they're also here, which is exciting. Dr. Dent, everybody in the US should also know them, but here they're also the biggest teeth whitening brand right now, and they're also here at the event. And in the US they're also very big. You have Ryder USA, everybody knows them as well, very cool to have them. And Nature Spell, the biggest, of course, partner on the event, they're also here. So that's very cool. They're still painting their own setup, so that's very, very nice to see. So here you have a few other nice brands as well. That's probably most of the people from the UK know. From the US, maybe not really, but there's a few big brands here as well. What's cool to see is that there are a few big brands that also have like investments from, it's not Shark Tank, but the thing of Shark Tank that you have in the UK. How's it called, do you know? The Shark Tank of the UK. No, it's like you have a UK similar thing, but I'm not sure. Dragon's Den, that's the one. That's the Dutch version?
Yeah.
What is the UK version? You sure? So here you have the big setup, so they're kind of going to take over the whole event. And then here you have the big panels are here tomorrow. So tomorrow we'll have like 5 panels here, which will be pretty cool. We have the creator panel, we have a brand panel, we have a US versus UK panel, and then as well we have live streaming. So we have all the panels here. There will be a lot of chairs here on the ground, and then tomorrow we will film it, so everybody will kind of see that as well. And then here we have the final setup, which is also pretty cool. So yeah, there's a few pretty famous brands here. I know that one. So this is Perfect That. They have an investment from Stephen Bartlett, who is Diary of a CEO guy. So that's pretty cool. They've been growing a lot, I know. So they invested, I think, when they were like doing $9,000 revenue with like almost nothing, and now they're like at 50 million or something, or 10 million.
Where the founders of Perfect Head.
You're going to see how a business that I invested in on Dragon's Den that was making roughly £9,000 a month is now on course to make £12 million a year.
Become the fastest growing energy drink in the UK, the largest matcha brand in Europe.
The business 10x's. I mean, when you put that timeline together in 18 months, you can't write the story.
UK's fastest growing energy drink in a record year of sales.
Crazy numbers in the UK. Here Ghost is also a very big one in the US, and now they're of course also here. So that's a nice one. So it's very cool to see. I mean, like a lot of big brands. It's very, very packed. The setups look great. And yeah, we're expecting about 1,000 creators tomorrow. So I'm excited to see how it plays out. It's going to be very exciting. But this was kind of the setup. We'll take you guys more through everything tomorrow. We'll film more. And hopefully you guys enjoy everything tomorrow as well, as much as the creators and the brands will. Yeah, so I would say with like events, in the US we've seen like a little bit about myself. So I'm Jasper, also having an agency community in the US, but way more on the creator side. So we're one of the biggest creator communities in the US, so a lot of insights from the creator side in the US. Will, you're of course also originally from the UK, so I think you know the UK culture and you know the US culture. What is for you like the biggest difference between the UK and the US market?
I think there's a couple differences on the brand side. US brands are very aggressive. They spend heavily. And when I speak to a lot of brand owners, their main question is, how do I become the #1 in the next 30 days? And I'm like, how much money do you have? And they're like, a lot. So that's on the US side, it happens more than you would expect. I think when it comes to creators, I think in the US, what happened over the last couple of years was a lot of creators training creators on how to make money, and then the creators themselves would monetize from the training itself. And that was a huge thing in the US. It comes with direct selling in the US is huge as well. There's actually a lot of money to be made on that side as well. I think it's a great business, and I think it lifts up the whole community. If you know how to sell and you can teach other people how to sell, you not only get benefit yourself, but other people get benefit too. And I think in the US that's a lot more prevalent that I've seen compared to the UK, because UK people don't like to get sold to as much as the US people. That's from what I can see, but genuinely works. And I think that culture in the US is a lot stronger. And I think everyone here should be doing that. If you can sell a lot, tell people how much you make.
I agree. I fully agree. Yeah.
It works really well.
Yeah. No, so I mean, that's our whole model, right? Like that's how we have grown in the US. So we're very used to indeed having our creators go out, show their numbers, talk about how much they've earned on TikTok Shop, and then talking to other creators to also join the program. Exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah.
That's what blew up the market like within like a few months' time. It's crazy.
And there's like multiple communities, and they all cross over a lot, and people, we're doing an event today and people can network and meet each other. And I say this at every social commerce festival. The most value you'll get from this festival is meeting other creators and then bonding with them, because if there's anything that shows you who is going to make more money, it's those that are in tight-knit communities pushing each other on how to sell more. And that really does make a massive difference in your GMV level.
I mean, the biggest thing, what we always tell people, and if people ask me, like, what do you teach the creators? I'm like, 90% is just motivation. It is motivating each other, showing each other what is possible, and that's what pushes the whole market forward. So I fully agree.
Me and Veronica actually did a live with Rita Ora, the pop star, last September, I think it was.
Yes, yeah, about that.
And we thought she was going to be there the whole time, but she ended up like darting on and off. So Veronica kind of had to like maintain the live stream, not knowing if Rita was going to be on it or not.
You have to adapt, and like at one point she started doing push-ups on the floor, like every time someone purchased, and we didn't know. You just have to go with it. But I think with live, that's the exciting thing, and not pretending, that everything should be polished. TikTok isn't polished. It's about being real.
Do you think actually celebrities work for live streams? I've seen it in the US, I've seen it in the UK. They take these big celebrities into a live stream. I've heard mixed stories.
I thought I knew how to run celebrity lives well, and then we ended up doing a live recently with Tyson Fury. And if any of you've seen the show, Keeping Up with the Furies, they're exactly like that in real life. So trying to wrangle that whole operation so that they can come on a live stream and we can still give the viewer a really valuable experience. Incredibly challenging thing to do, but when you get it right, it's a super powerful tool.
As long as you are friendly on the live, people are going to like you. I think being likable as a host is probably the number one trait that you need to have, because people, they almost like want to come on and watch their favorite TV show. Like we have regulars that watch the lives and they're like, oh my God, hi, so good to see you. It's like they're tuning in and chatting to someone that they trust. So as long as you have that like realness and likability, you can be honest with them if you don't know something, for sure.
For creators that really want to get into live streaming, I think it can be a really excellent thing, but only if it's right for you. And I know that's a tough question to answer. Like Jack's obviously built a brilliant niche, and I'm sure he's going to give a way better answer than I am on tips because he does it day in, day out. But I think assessing if it's right for you, if it plays into your strengths, is where I would start. And then once it does, like anything in life, don't dismiss it if it doesn't work right away. It takes time to get really good at this. Like Veronica did not have the edge she does on presenting on the first time she did one. Our first live was literally in a broom cupboard in my old office, like genuinely in a broom cupboard. And we had like this pop-up set and I had the founder of the brand come in. It was awful, but we sold one thing. And I was like, oh my God, we can sell something on a TikTok live. This was like over 3 years ago now. And I was like, I'm onto something here.
So for me, being a home creator, the craziest kind of story I've had was last September, I think it was. And basically I was just in the kitchen, I had a few Shark and Ninja products set up, and I was just like, just gonna do it before I took my little lad to school. Set up, and I thought, well, I can just get a quick hour in just before the school run, get the page warm, set it up, and I did £21,000 commission, not commission, GMV in an hour. So I was just like, the only reason I had to stop is because I had to take my lad to school. So I'm like, I don't know where that could have gone, but I feel like that could have gone to the moon.
I think as creators, we have a really strong sense of community. And if you don't feel like you have a creator community, start getting in the comments of other people's videos, or start even posting behind the scenes of how you create your content. Post a clip from your experience here and connect with others that you meet. But when a brand lowers our commissions to 0%, brand. We're going to talk about it. And before I even promote a brand who might treat me well because I've got millions of followers, I'm going to reach out to the smaller creators and say, hey, I saw that you worked with them. Did they treat you well as someone who has less than 10,000 followers? Because as creators, we're kind of co-workers and we really need to stand up for each other.
One of the biggest pain points that brands face is trying to get more videos per creator, right? A creator can receive a product, they might post one time, and then they kind of forget, or they just stop posting. What are some of the things that you would implement if you were a brand to get creators to post more than once?
I think it's all about community and then the right incentives. So if you're a brand and you're looking to get more videos for every time you send out a sample to a creator, you need to be setting up your incentives properly. So it's about like if the creator actually feels like this is the best opportunity on the market for them to be posting about, they will of course post more content for you. But if they don't, they're not going to, of course. So it's about positioning yourself as the best opportunity. And then of course, on the community side, if you're building these actually strong partnerships, as Cassandra mentioned, being aligned with the creator, you're always gonna get more content.
This is a framework that I've actually been paid by Meta, TikTok, and Google, and YouTube to help them understand their creators better. As a creator, you have a unique differentiator that sets you apart from everyone else, but most people don't know what that is. So draw two big circles and they overlap in the middle, kind of like a Venn diagram. And on the right, write down your credentials. So for example, what are you an expert in? Do you have a degree? Do you have a job? Are you vegan? Do you have hair loss? What is it that's uniquely you? And then on the right, write down a list of things of what you won't shut up about. So ask your best friends, ask your parents, and say, what do I just talk about nonstop? Where those can overlap in the middle is your unique perspective.
Yeah, I think one observation, having been to Miami for the event recently, like an example that I would give that reflects the difference in mindset and attitude between the UK and the US is like, we met 6 guys that were literally moving in together just to do TikTok short content. And like that just isn't happening anywhere in the UK right now. I feel there's a lot of tentativeness and maybe like more of a mental hurdle to overcome when it comes to like making content and putting yourself out there.
Okay, so Erica, same question to you, but then the other way around. Like now being here, like looking at the market here, maybe you've heard some creators talk. Like what has been your biggest kind of surprise in the UK? Like looking at the UK market, like anything that really stood out to you, like from a US perspective?
I'm shocked that there's not more UK millionaires off TikTok Shop. Because everybody's trying to break into the US market, but you guys have a gold mine right here. Like we're trying to come over here and dominate because I'm not gonna say there's no competition, but just a fun fact. In the US, the average content creator on TikTok Shop makes $1,000 over 12 months. That's if they're lucky. The top creators generate $400,000 a year. Do you actually understand how little that is? So everybody that's making less, that's generating less than $400,000, that's the 99%. I didn't sell anything for months. He has these big festivals where he arranges this stuff for you guys to meet brands. We make the videos before we leave the facility because we know this is the hottest shit that they're going to be pushing out right now. Everybody here is going to be spending money pushing those videos out. You better jump on it first. Can I get an amen? You better make videos. You better interview the owners. You better put it on your face, put it on your shoe, have your mama eat it. Because I'm telling you, my homegirls, I'm the broke one. And my homegirls are making $100,000 a month off TikTok Shop with a phone. Stop playing, y'all.
Okay, so it's Sunday right now. It's Sunday at 12 p.m. and I just want to kind of do a quick recap about the event, what we did here in London and how the whole experience was. Especially the biggest learnings that we got from everything we did here in London. So we hosted the SCFest Friday. I think we well surpassed our goals in creators, in experience and everything else. So when we started here in the UK, I had a meeting with TMMB, the biggest, Tom and Charlie, the biggest community here. And in my mind, I kind of was calculating with, okay, the US and then UK, what are the goals here, right? So I wanted to have at least 500 creators here to have a good experience and to the event to be decently sized. And yesterday we crossed well over 1,000 and maybe even close to 1,500 people at the event. So crushed the goals for sure. The people loved it. So I think before this you have seen some clips about the event and how it looked like. I think from many creators I received the feedback on like this type of experience they have never had before. So there were some matchmaking events from TikTok itself, but like the experience with and there being top creators on the panels and having all the brands all together and having like a fun experience, more festival vibe, which of course is the thing we do with SCFest, that hasn't been done yet. So the experience was great. A lot of creators were very excited, and I think it opened the eyes for some creators as well where this can go. The UK is of course live already for a way longer time. I think it's now 4 years or maybe even 5 already, TikTok Shop. And creators, some of them feel like, hey, this is kind of where it's gonna go. But like especially talking to all the brands and seeing kind of what is moving now in the UK the last few days, I feel like the space is still very, very early, because a lot of what happened in the UK up till now was the local brands and a small ecosystem kind of growing, yes. But only right now, like in the last few months, really the bigger brands with the big budgets have been going here. So the cross-border brands, the brands that want to go, and in the US and in the UK, and they're like from different sides of the world, so big Korean brands and stuff that have big budgets and that care less about immediate returns and like money. Because that's the thing I heard from more of the agencies and stuff here, that the UK brands are less willing to pay, and there's of course less budgets because GMV and everything else is lower. But this has been a big learning for me. It's like when the big brands come, the money comes as well. And for the creators, is another cool thing to kind of understand. It's like now the big brands are coming now, and this is for them also an opportunity to level up more and start earning more. So I would say that is one of the learnings I had. I hosted 2 panels as well. So on the event we had like well over 1,000 people. We had around 35 brands there. And we had 5 panels. First panel was with Tom and his top creators. So he invited like 4 top creators. Then we had Tom inviting Dr. Dent and interviewing them. Dr. Dent being the biggest teeth whitening brand here in the UK, and then also moving to the US last, I think in October, when they really went big and they crushed it. And then now they were doing like $3 million months in the US. So there he was interviewing them and kind of got some insights there. Then after that we did a panel with UK versus the US, where which one I hosted, and we had like Will on there from Outlandish, we had Charlie from TMMB, and then we had a big UK creator who did like 2 million, and then we had Erica, who was like a US creator, and kind of really talking about what is going on in both markets and how can they compare to each other, right? Where for me, I'm very used to the US market now, and what I think I learned is that in the US people are very much playing into their unfair advantages and their things that make them special, which sometimes can be a little bit scary for people. And especially in the UK, I feel like people want to be more careful with what they do, and they are less crazy with their content, which of course works. Like as we all know, like crazy hooks and crazy like scroll stoppers, they work. And in the US, they've been used more than here. Another big thing is that in the UK, people are less receptive for very salesy marketing. What we see in, I think, the whole of Europe is people are less receptive to the US type of selling, where in the US it's very hard selling and people are used to that. But here you have to be a little bit more careful on like how do you sell something to somebody that wants to buy. So I think that's another big learning that we had. So what, for example, the people are doing here, they look at the US, they take the concepts from the US that are working, but they change it to culture. And I think this is something that will happen across every market, where you really take a concept, but then you kind of change it to your own culture, but still looking at the US, because the US has so much volume, so much data, so much money behind the videos that it shows there what's working. And that is just a very easy first step to kind of grow as a creator. Is okay, you use a concept from somewhere else that's working, and you kind of translate it to your own language or something. Even within the US, right? Like Spanish and English content, this works a lot. So very viral English content gets translated to Spanish, and this still works. And same is happening here in the UK. Same will happen in Netherlands, Germany, Spain, wherever. A few other cool things. I spoke to one of the biggest agencies in France. I spoke to the biggest creator in Italy. I had a meeting with them yesterday as well, kind of really talking through everything they've been doing, how they've been learning from us, and kind of, yeah, they of course go through the same flow that we went through with our community. And yeah, we can just help each other, which is very cool. And I had some talks with like Charlie and Tom, who are great, from TMMB. They're crushing it here in the UK. They're the biggest. And yeah, we hosted the event together with them. So they brought a lot of creators here, and that was a very, very cool experience. And then yesterday we had some meetings with on the TikTok office with the UK team, but also with the Dutch team, and also with some global EU team members from TikTok. A lot of interesting things coming to Europe. So for me, I'm more and more excited about Europe, because TikTok has a lot of plans there to do things with Europe, kind of connected to each other. I cannot say too much, but it's going to be huge, and we're going to play into it for sure. But yeah, I will talk more about this. And for now, like, we're very, very ready for Dutch market, of course, because it's our own country. We have everything set up there to like crush it, and you guys will see more. We have an event the 20th of June, so we'll take you guys through that one. And in Germany, we do the 29th of August, which is very exciting. That's the SCFest. And then we have Nashville. We have 2 events. So we have Live Academy, 24th of July, and then we have SCFest, the 25th of July. So yeah, a lot of things coming up. Travel-wise, I have to see what I'm gonna do. I have some important partnerships we're now doing in the US, so probably I'm gonna travel there for a little bit more. But we also just got a new office in Amsterdam, so maybe I can find some clips from that and I kind of put it in here.
Do you want to take a seat?
Yes, yes.
Kijk, we gaan we! Top, top, top!
Hallo.
Hallo.
Hoi, hallo.
Hello.
Hey Jennifer, how are you?
Good, how are you, Jasper?
Doing well. I was sad I wasn't in the office the last 2 days. I saw the videos and pictures. I was like, oh, that's so cool.
I don't know what to do. TikTok shop sample unboxing! Oh my god!
See you guys soon. So we just moved last week and the team is very happy with it. So that is an exciting change that we are doing as well. And I've been kind of advising everyone in this space to, if you can, especially the creator communities, because it's less, how do you say it, like big agencies and like brand agencies, they're used to like building teams and having an office. But like I think creator communities are less used to it. They want to kind of run it. But I've been advising them as well, like the German guys, and even like I would say Tom and Charlie for them as well. Like just getting people in an office and getting them together is going to be a huge value add, and that will make you be able to build a team where you don't have to be there all the time, which I think is very important to be able to like look at next opportunities and everything else. We've been playing on it, and I feel like an office for us is something that it adds a cultural aspect, which with remote, I've never seen it really. We of course travel with our US team, like we just meet each other, which is very good, and then you can still build that connection. But if you never see each other, it feels less like a family, and that's something I feel like in business also to just make it fun for yourself and for your employees. Like I had a meeting with one of my employees last week, and she was like, it feels really like fun here, like we are friends, we do things together. That is something that with a remote thing you can never get. And she gets job offers, like she's gotten like 2 or 3 already. She doesn't really care because she just likes the environment, and I think that's something that for me is very, very important to have for the team to feel like, hey, this is something I want to keep going, I want to keep growing here. I like it, I see the opportunities for the future, and I feel like that's the only way to really keep like very good people with you. So yeah, we've been playing hard on that as well. But yeah, so I think next one will be really about US again, or maybe the Dutch market. We'll make some more content, but I hope you guys like this one. Hope you guys liked the UK event. I liked it a lot. I think it was way better than I expected. But yeah, see you guys next time, and please subscribe to the channel if you guys haven't already.